everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Today is Friday, March 29th. That is the last Friday of March. And we're going to start a new series called Final Fridays. So welcome into Final Fridays. The last Friday of every month, I'm going to take a break from doing a live show and do this series instead. In the Final Friday video, we're going to look at some of the best and the worst sales on our platforms from the past month. And this month, I've also pulled out some of our best finds. Now, we don't actually go out and thrift like normal people. Sometimes we do, but not often. Most of what we source to sell in our business, we buy lots, we buy wholesale lots, we buy bulk purchases, but we still find gems in there. So I've pulled out some of our best sourcing finds of the month and some of our best and worst sales. And we'll do this the last Friday of every month and call it Final Fridays. It'll be fun. So let's start with the clearance items on eBay. So if you guys aren't aware, Keith and I are clearancing out some of our older stale items on eBay. And I did do a video where I talk more in depth about why it's a good idea to clear out the stale items and how to run sales and how to clearance things. I'll have that link at the end. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it. But basically what we're doing is if items are a year or two older, we're just clearancing them out. At this point, we've already put the work in. We've done the pictures. We've done the listing. There's no sense in pulling it and redonating it, even if we can just get our money back. Remember, our cost of goods is really low. It's usually $1 an item or less. So we are doing 50% off on all of these clearance items, these stale items. We're only moving a couple a day. It's not a priority. I'm not like marking half of our listings on 50% all at once. Every day I'm taking about 10, delisting, and then relisting them back into these clearance if they're older than a year or two. So the worst, like the lowest item we sold this month on clearance was these Oakley golf shorts. My gosh, I never should have sourced these. I've had them for a very long time. This was one of those items I think I sourced like way back in 2018 or 2017 even, when we were still learning how to source and just sourcing everything and bringing it home and finding out what was good and what wasn't. So these have been around for a very long time. I took a best offer of $2.81, and then we had $5.50 shipping on them. So the best item on our clearance were these, I call them cello. If I'm mispronouncing that, you can let me know in the comments. Cello high-rise mom jeans. These were new at tags. They should have sold a long time ago, but maybe the brand is just that bad. Maybe it's a bad size or a style that folks don't really want. And I honestly can't remember if I got these for 99 cents at the Salvation Army or if they came in a ThredUp box. I am known to buy anything new at tags for 99 cents regardless of brand. But these were old enough that they did go in the 50% off sale, and they still sold for $18.74 plus 10 shipping. So even on a discount, these sold for almost $30 all in. So our profit was still, you know, over 10 bucks. In fact, we can figure out what it was together here. $18.74 plus the shipping minus fees. I always average fees out to 15%. It's usually a little bit less, but that just makes it easy. So that's $24.42. If these had shipped in a cardboard, they would have been $7.99 to ship. If they shipped in a priority bag, they were in a closer zone, they would have been around $6 to ship. But we'll say $7.99. So we still profited $16 off of a stale item. Rather than pulling it and redonating it, we just marked it 50% off, and we still made a good profit on them. So that was our best and worst clearance item sale on eBay in March. This is our lowest jeans sale of the month. These are SO jeggings. This is another size 11, junior's 11. That was 2 junior size 11s. These came in a ThredUp box. And as you well know, as long as it's viable to sell and it's not damaged beyond being able to sell it, if it comes in a bulk buy, I'm going to list it. Everything. So these came in a thread up. I did take a best offer of $7 on them, plus the $7 shipping. So all in, these were a $14 pair of jeans that did ship ground shipping. Then our best pair of jeans, I don't have these in the proper order, was Joe's jeans, $24.99 plus 10 shipping. So this was we had a couple that were close. We had a couple Adriana Goldschmied's and some other good brands that came right in at $22.49. And I think we even had a couple others that were $24.99, but I wanted to show you these. These are the Laura Petite Joe's jeans, $25 plus 10 shipping. And these did not really take that long to sell. I love Joe's jeans, and they always come with a nice little name that you can use for the title for keywords. Okay, now we're going to do our worst plush sell. Batman, I took a best offer, $3.50. Batman will probably make another appearance in our other new series we're going to start next week called the Poop Parade. Took a best offer of $3.50 on Batman plus the $7 shipping. He was a bulk buy. He was 50% off. So he was also a clearance item. He was old enough. I could tell by the carpet. This was my apartment in Florida. But he was older. So he went to the 50% off. And I just took $3.50 to let him go. Let it go. Let it go. Get rid of the stale stuff. And here's our best plush sale from March. This is the Hallmark Interactive Story Buddy Cooper Bear. So we sold a couple of these Story Buddies. If you follow along with our weekly What Sold videos, or they've been bi-weekly lately, it depends on the bear. There was one that sold for not a lot of money, and then this guy sold for $31.24 plus $5.50 shipping. Now, I wanted $25 for him. I list all of our items at 25% higher than what I actually want, so I can run 20% off sales. When you list new items on eBay, and we actually schedule ours out, we always stay like a week ahead of time scheduled out. They take a couple of hours for the sale to grab them, so we run the 20% off sales all week, 30% off on the weekend, and 50% off on select items. But when our scheduled listings go live, it always takes a couple hours for them to hit the sale. So if they sell at full price, you know they sold before they could go on sale. So it was a quick sale, and it sold for a little bit more than what I wanted at $31.24. And I'll take it all day long because I wanted $25. So if it sells for a little bit more, you're golden. Here's our worst comic book sale. $3 plus $5.50 shipping. So this would be, back in the day when we did free shipping, this would have been an $8.50 free shipping sale, which is completely viable, especially when you're buying stuff bulk, you're buying it wholesale, you want to sell everything in there. And so these little comics like this, that's fine because we have one like this. So we have a Marvel Captain America that sold for $25 plus $5.50 shipping. And then I have two highlights from March I just want to show you on this final Friday. This Work America uniform, button front shirt, generic as generic can get, but it's new at tags, and it's a 5XL. And this was one of my Salvation Army finds. It's been around probably since late last fall, like one of the last times we went to Salvation Army before we stopped for the winter. I picked it up because it was only 99 cents. It was new at tags, and it was a big size. And it sold for $27.99 plus $7 shipping. And I like uniforms. I also like work shirts and uniforms. Now, guys, these were mine. These were a personal buy for myself. Actually, my friend Cheryl, you guys might know her as Yaya. My friend Cheryl that lives in Tampa that I used to go sourcing with when I lived down there. She's a really good friend of mine. And back when we lived down there, right around the time we were getting ready to move, she had found these at the thrift store and sent me a picture. And I said, yes, grab them for me. She brought them by. I gave her the cash. I thought I was going to set them up in my kitchen here. I have a Star Wars themed kitchen with a cute baby Yoda crock pot. I know I'm a nerd. But the cupboards here don't sit right. They don't have that space at the top to where I could hang these down. I really thought that these were going to be cute in my kitchen. They just didn't. They weren't going to look right. So I went ahead, when we decluttered our house, decided to let them go. I had 4 boxes. I listed them for $17.99 a box. plus 7 shipping. However, a buyer sent me an offer on only 3 of the boxes. And so I still have 1 box left of these lights. But for the 3 boxes, they paid $46.61 all in. I took the offer that they sent me. It was a good enough offer, and then they paid the shipping. So $46.61 on 3 boxes of Star Wars Mandalorian lights. And I still have 1 box left. If I do decide to do something with them, I can pull them and keep them. But probably not. I wished we had the kitchen side story real quick. You know the cabinets that have like the space at the top before the ceiling? I thought we were going to have those and I could hang them down, but no. Okay. So let's go over to Poshmark. So I have my best and worst jean sales here. The lowest sale on jeans on Poshmark in May was these Writers Relaxed jeans for $11. On Poshmark, the fees on anything under 15 are $2.95. So I made about $8 on these, and they came from a ThredUp box. And then my best sale was these J Brands. I love J Brand. These are J Brand Jaspers that we sold for $35. And that's a $7 fee, so $28 profit. Pretty good. And then the lowest selling plush was this Gallery Monkey for $6. He's been around forever. It's a poop brand. It's lower end. He came out of a bulk buy, so I'm happy to let him go. I try not to list anything on Poshmark below $6. It's like the lowest I'll list stuff, and then I really won't send out offers on items that are only $6. This is how I clearance items out on Poshmark. I know I'm still going to make a $3 profit on this monkey I pay like 50 cents for just to get rid of it. So the lowest I will list on here is $6. And then I know I'm still making $3 profit. And I won't send out offers on items that low. My best Poshmark sale was this duo. You might know them as Rocky and Bullwinkle. I recently actually unboxed these on this channel not too long ago. And the pair sold for $40. So we made $32 on the pair. I actually got these from someone. I mean, it really wasn't that long ago. I met another reseller at the eBay Open in-person event in Philadelphia. Liz Perfectly had sent me to that. And I met someone there who had vintage plush. She wanted to get rid of them so bad. She's like, I'll just give them to you. And I said, well, I didn't drive. I flew. So I paid the shipping from the other side of PA over here and bought this big box of vintage plush. And this was 2 of the guys that were in there. And I decided to lot them up. In this instance, most times I'll sell things separately, but in this instance, I really wanted to sell the pair. They're 2 different brands. We've got Bullwinkle is Mighty Star and Rocky is Dakin, but I wanted to put them together, and I did, and I sold them together. Aren't they cute? All right, let's go over to Macari. So American Eagle jegging jeans for $12. Buyer paid the shipping on it. So this was back when Macari was still charging shipping or charging sellers fees. It's like $1.20 on this. So that's a pretty good sale, even though that was the lowest amount, or I guess the worst jeans. It's not that bad though. On eBay, I sell my American Eagles for $10 to $12 with $10 shipping. So, and then the best pair of jeans was Joe's jeans. Love Joe's jeans. So we had J Brand was really good, and 2 pairs of Joe's jeans were my best sale on eBay and Macari, respectively, on those platforms. $39. This had free shipping on it because it weighed over a pound, and the stuff that weighs over a pound on Macari is like $13 shipping. Buyers don't want to pay that for jeans. I use Pirate Ship and shipped them for like $6 ground. So we made $35. I'm going to round off right around $29. So this was a really good sale. The poop parade. Poop parade. We sold a Beanie Baby lizard for $4. Yay, I made $3.60 on this lizard. They did pay shipping. just trying to get rid of my Beanie Babies at this point, guys. If you know, you know. I bought a Goodwill blue box of Plush. It was supposed to be 10 pounds of variety Plush. It was all Beanie Babies. I'm just trying to get rid of them. And then we sold this Build-A-Bear for $13 plus 7 shipping. So that's 20 all in. I tell you guys, your Build-A-Bear should always sell for 18 to 20, and that's the all-in price. I would list this on eBay back in the day for 20 free ship or 13 plus 7 shipping. And this one was really cute. Look at him. Look at this cute rainbow zebra. Got fluffy hair. It's cute. All right, and then I was just going to show you a couple of our best finds. I call them, you know, our best finds. We don't really go out and source, but we do buy thread-up boxes and boxes of jewelry and boxes of comics, and you never know what you're going to get. So my best pull out of a thread-up box in March was these mother jeans. They're the Vamp. I have another pair of mother jeans sitting here that I pulled out of a box last week. Still have to get them photographed, measured, and listed. But these are already up and listed, as you can see, at 20% off. So $73 is what we want for these plus 7 shipping. So they're $80 jeans all in. So these are the best jeans I found out of a thread up in March. The best piece of jewelry I pulled out of my lot from Whistlepig Market on Etsy is this vintage Chinese dragon. It's a red cinnabar carved bangle bracelet. It's really cool. So this one has just actually come live on eBay. Like I said, we schedule our listings out a week ahead of time. We always try to stay a week ahead of time and have those scheduled out because life happens. And sometimes you have a day where you can't get around to listing, but we know that every day we have 20 items that are scheduled that are going to come live. It saves us stress and headaches when life does happen. So when this goes on sale, it'll be a $45 bracelet plus 5 shipping. So it's a $50 bracelet. By the way, I do get all my jewelry. I'll put her in the description box. I get my jewelry boxes from Whistlepig on Etsy. And if you want to make a purchase from her, she has created a coupon code for all of my subscribers. HIPPO, HIPPO, all caps. You can get 20% off any purchase from her Etsy store. And dun, 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 this is the best comic we pulled out of Keith's bulk buys. This is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic #9, first Darth Revan comic. And he always puts bag boarded. So you can see, you've seen me do some of the unboxings on our comics. This is actually what they look like once they're listed. He does put in a disclaimer here. I'm not a professional grader. Everyone has a different perception. Please look at the photos. A couple of my friends that sell comics suggested that we include that in there, and we have it in our template. So when he lists, it's just there. But yeah, this is the best comic that he pulled out of his bulk comics lots in March. There is a couple of days left in March, but you know, it's the final Friday, so we're doing up through now. So this is another one that has just recently come live and hasn't hit the sale yet. It takes a couple hours, and oh, not that much money. And like you saw with that, I don't know why I can't hit a decimal today. There we go. Like you saw with the Hallmark teddy bear, the Storytime bear, sometimes items will sell before the sale grabs them. And you get a little bit more money than you intended. So they'll sit here at this price and sell before they hit the sale. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. And hey, every extra penny, every extra bit of profit counts or helps, right? So this is $145 plus $5.50 shipping. Most comics actually weigh between 1 and 4 ounces, but because Keith adds the bag and the board, and then he puts in cardboard to protect it, it always comes out around 5 or 6 ounces. So we do our flat rate $5.50 for comics. All right, guys, that's all the highlights, the best and the worst from March on this very first Final Friday. I'll see you guys back again with the next video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments down below. Join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.